is polynomial? Can anybody? Polynomial. So the polynomials are in the form of a0 into x to the power of n plus a1 into x to the power of n minus 1, a2 into x to the power of n minus 2 plus up to so on an is called a polynomial. Right? a0 into x to the power of n plus a1 into x to the power of n minus 1 plus a2 into x to the power of n minus 2 plus up to so on an. Where a0 is the leading coefficient of the polynomial. Why we are stating leading means here highest degree is exponent. So the highest degree coefficient is called a leading coefficient. So a0 is the leading coefficient of this polynomial. Right? So this is called a polynomial. So let I am representing the polynomial with f of x. When the leading coefficient is 1, such a polynomials are called monic polynomial equations. Monic polynomial equations. For example, x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. X square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. Here what is the leading coefficient? X square coefficient is 1. So it is called a monic quadratic equation. X cube plus 3x square minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0 is a monic cubic equation. Monic cubic equation. Here highest degree is 3. So it's called a cubic equation. When the leading coefficient is 1, it's called a monic cubic equation. Is it clear? Next, x power 4 plus 6x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0 is called a biquadratic equation. Is a biquadratic. Biquadratic means highest degree is 4. When the power of the equation is 4, is called a biquadratic equation. So the terms are depending on the power. Here x degree is how much? 2. Then it has n plus 1 terms. N plus 1. N plus 1 means how much? Degree is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3 terms are here. 1, 2, 3. When degree is 3, so 3 plus 1, 4 terms it has. 1, 2, 3, 4. When degree is 4, it has 5 terms. But here 1 term is missed. X cube term is missed. But anyway it is a biquadratic equation only. When degree is 4, it has 5 terms. 4 plus 1, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But here 1 term is missed. Actually biquadratic equation is in the form of x power 4. Suppose I am taking an example. Plus 12x cube plus 6x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So this is the order. On the polynomial, when it is moving, the degree of the each term decreases in 1 time. Here power is 4. Then 4 minus 1, 3. 3 minus 1, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Then the last one is constant. Here constant is also a coefficient. It is a constant here 3. 3 is a coefficient of x power 0. Here 3 is nothing but minus 3 into x power 0. X power 0 is how much? 1. So 1 into minus 3, 3. So the constant is the coefficient of x power 0. Is it clear? So these are the different formation of the polynomials. Suppose here f of x is a polynomial. I am substituting x as alpha. I am substituting x as alpha. If it becomes 0, if f of alpha is equal to 0, if f of alpha is equal to 0, then we say that alpha is the root of the equation. Alpha is the root of the equation or solution of the equation. Otherwise, for an expression alpha is called 0 of the polynomial. For an equation alpha is called root or solution of the equation. Is it clear? So this is the next point. Next, suppose here alpha is satisfying the equation. Suppose alpha is satisfying this equation. Then we say that x minus alpha is a factor of f of x. X minus alpha is a factor of f of x. Right? X minus alpha is a factor of f of x. If x minus alpha is a factor of f of x, then f of alpha equal to 0. This is called a remainder theorem. This is called a remainder theorem. If f of, suppose f of 2 equal to 0, f of 2 equal to 0, then which is the factor? F of 2 equal to 0, then which is the factor? is a factor of f of x. I am saying x plus 3 is a factor of f of x. Then which is 0? Which is 0? F of x minus 3 equal to 0. F of minus 3 is equal to 0. Is it clear? So this is about factors. Remainder theorem. Right? Every polynomial equation has some roots. Every polynomial equation has some roots. So when we have the roots, we can find the equation. This concept we learned in quadratic expression also. Right? Suppose alpha comma beta. Suppose alpha comma beta are the roots of a quadratic expression. Alpha comma beta are the roots of a quadratic expression. Then its equation is, how we can say, x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. So like this we can find the equation when we have the roots. Suppose I am taking alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of an equation. Alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of an equation. Then its equation is, tell me its equation, x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma is equal to 0. So by multiplying this, we get a cubic equation. We get a cubic equation. So here clearly you can observe the equation degree is depending on the roots. Right? Suppose otherwise the roots are depending on the power of the equation. Suppose I am taking a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation has how many roots? 2 roots. Quadratic expression degree is how much? 2. X is ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression. Here highest degree is 2. So it has 2 roots. Right? X cube plus 3x square plus 6x plus 2 equal to 0 is a cubic equation. Then it has how many roots? 3 roots. So the roots are depending on the power of the equation. Right? So otherwise here we have 3 roots. Then we get a cubic equation. Like that also you can say. Suppose I am taking 4 roots. Suppose a comma, b comma, c comma, d are any 4 roots of an equation. Then its equation is x minus a into x minus b into x minus c into x minus d is equal to 0. So like this we can find the equation when we have the roots. So this is one more concept in this. Relation between roots and coefficients. I am taking a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is a quadratic equation where alpha comma beta are its roots. Alpha comma beta are its roots. Then it has how many conditions? 2 conditions. What are they? First one, sum of the roots. Sum of the roots. This is called S1. Sum of the roots. S1 nothing but alpha plus beta. So what is the formula? Minus b by a. That is minus x quotient by x square quotient. So this is the sum of the root. Represent with S1. Next, second condition. Product of the roots. Product of the roots. This is called S2. S2 means product alpha beta. That is c by a. C by a means constant by x square quotient. So for a quadratic equation we have 2 conditions. I am taking a cubic equation. a0 into x cube plus a1 into x square plus a2 into x plus a3 is equal to 0. a0 into x cube plus a1 into x square plus a2 into x plus a3 equal to 0. So it is a cubic equation where a0 is the leading coefficient, a1 is the coefficient of x square, a2 is the coefficient of x and a3 is the constant. Then it has how many conditions? 3 conditions now. Suppose I am taking its roots are alpha, beta, gamma. I am taking its roots are alpha, beta, gamma. Then first condition, sum of the roots. Sum of the roots, that is S1. Where S1 nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma. That is equal to second term quotient by first term quotient minus second term quotient by first term quotient, that is minus a1 by a0, minus a1 by a0. This is the sum of the roots of a cubic equation. Now second one, sum of the product, sum of the product of two roots, sum of the product of two roots is called S2, is called S2. So sum of the product of two roots, so here I have to take two roots at a time. Suppose here I am taking the roots as in this order, alpha, beta, gamma. So how can you approach? How can you approach? First you have to move from alpha to beta, that is alpha beta plus next alpha to gamma, alpha gamma, right? End is over. So next, now start with beta, beta into gamma, beta gamma, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Like generally you can say like this, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. This is called the sum of the product of two roots, is denoted by S2. S2 nothing but alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to, here we get alternate signs, first minus then plus. So which quotient have to take? Third term quotient by leading quotient, third term quotient by leading quotient, that is a2 by a0. Product of the roots, product of the roots S3, S3 alpha beta gamma is equal to minus constant by leading quotient, constant is a3, a3 by leading quotient, that is a0, right? So these are the conditions for cubic equation, these are the conditions for cubic equation. Sometimes suppose if it is a monic equation, in second one this is the first one, I am giving second one more formation. Second one, suppose I am taking a cubic equation like this, x cube plus p1x square plus p2x plus p3 is equal to 0. Generally every time we have to convert the equation into monic for simplification of purpose, it will be better. So now this is a monic cubic equation. Suppose I am taking its roots as alpha, beta, gamma. Then first condition S1. S1 means sum of the roots. S1 means sum of the roots. That is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to, what is the formula? Minus P1. Here anyway leading quotient is 1 only. So minus P1 by 1 only is how much? Minus P1 only. So you can, here you can take directly minus P1. Now second one, S2. S2 means sum of the product of two roots, sum of the product of two roots, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So take alternate sign, before it is minus, now plus. Which sign you have to take now? P2, third term quotient. Now third one, S3. S3 means product of the roots. S3 means product of the roots. That is S3. Product means multiplication. Alpha, beta, gamma. That is, next again alternate sign. Minus, plus, minus. Now which time you have to take here? Constant. That is P3. Right? So these are the two formations in this chapter we have. For a cubic equation, for a non-monic cubic equation. Let us see the relation between roots and quotient for biquadratic equation. Suppose I am taking a biquadratic equation, a0 into x power 4 plus a1 into x cube plus a2 into x square plus a3 into x plus a4 equal to 0 is a biquadratic equation. Biquadratic means power is 4. Suppose it has how many roots? 4 roots. When I am taking the roots as alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Its roots are alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Then it has 4 conditions now. First condition, sum of the roots. sum of the roots S1 nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, that is minus second term quotient by leading quotient, that is minus A1 by A0. Now second one, sum of the product of two roots. Sum of the product of two roots here. They are taking two roots at a time and their sum is called S2. So how many roots here we have? 4 roots. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Every time we have to move in the cyclic order only. So first move. Take 2 at a time. Take 2 at a time. So I am starting from alpha. So alpha, beta. Next alpha to gamma plus alpha to delta. So for alpha to here we get 2 roots, three conditions. Plus now move into beta. Now move into beta. Start from beta now. Beta gamma plus beta delta. Right? So here there are 2 conditions only. Next, so beta to delta is over. Next, now start with gamma now. Gamma delta, only one condition here. Gamma delta. Right? So like this we get 6 conditions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is equal to alternate sign here. Plus next system quotient now, third term quotient, that is A2 by leading quotient A0. Next, the third condition, sum of the product of 3 roots. Sum of the product of 3 roots now, that is S3. Again, minus plus minus A3 by A0, that is leading quotient. Now fourth condition, product of the roots. Product of the root, this is S4. Product means into alpha, beta, gamma, delta. This is what alternate sign plus constant by leading quotient, that is A4 by A0. So for biquadratic equation we have 4 conditions. Monic, this is the second one in this. I am taking the second condition. Monic now I am taking x power 4 plus p1x cube plus p2x square plus p3x plus p4 equal to 0. I am taking a monic biquadratic equation. Suppose here roots are alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Now tell me the first condition. S1 is sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, that is minus p1 by 1 minus p1 only. So minus p1. Second one, sum of the product of 2 roots, sum gamma beta delta gamma delta is equal to p2. Now third condition, S3 means sum of the product of 3 roots, that is alpha beta gamma alpha beta delta beta gamma delta alpha is equal to minus p3, third term quotient, fourth term quotient minus p3. Next fourth one, S4, product of the roots, that is alpha beta gamma delta, that equal to p4. Here you have to remember, every time you get alternate sign, minus plus. For cubic equation, minus plus minus. For quadratic we have 2 conditions only. Sum of the roots, product of the roots. Sum of the roots minus b by a, product of the roots is c by a. Here you have to form a polynomial equation of the lowest degree, whose roots are given below. Here roots are given, so I am taking the given roots as alpha, beta, gamma. Right? Then its equation is x minus alpha into x minus beta into minus gamma is equal to 0. Otherwise you can take this as ABC also, no problem. Take the first root as A, second root as B, third root as C. Then it becomes x minus A, x minus B, x minus C is equal to 0. Generally we take the roots with alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Suppose if I can take ABC also, no problem. Now apply the values. What you will get? X minus A means 1, x minus B means minus 1, x minus 3 equal to 0. So x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now simplify this one. So how can you simplify? Observe this one in which form? It is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So it is nothing but a square minus b square. So it becomes x square minus b square means 1 square 1 only into x minus 3 equal to 0. Now again multiply these two. First of all multiply these two with x square. X square into x cube minus 3 into x square 3x square minus 1 into x minus into minus plus 1 3 is 3 equal to 0. So this is the required equation. Is there any small problem? 1 plus r minus 2i, 4, 2. So tell me here how many roots are given? Here clearly we have 4 roots. Here 2 conjugate roots. 1 plus r minus 2i, that means 1 plus 2i and 1 minus 2i. So I am taking the first root as 1 plus 2i and second root is 1 minus 2i and the third root is 4, fourth root is 2. Then its equation is, so tell me its equation now 4 roots. So how can you write? X minus a into x minus b into x minus 3 into x minus d is equal to 0. Right? Now apply the values. That implies x minus, here a means 1 plus 2i, right in bracket, into x minus b means 1 minus 2i, into x minus 4, x minus 2 equal to 0. Clear? So now see, I am opening the bracket of these two. So it becomes x minus 1 minus 2i. So this is real part, this is imaginary part. Here x minus 1 plus 2i into x minus 4 into x minus 2 equal to 0. Now observe, now treat this as a and this is b. So which form? A plus b into a minus b. So again what are we getting? A square minus b square. Now simplify these two. X into x square, x into 2, 2x, minus 4 into x, 4x, minus into minus plus, 4 2s are 8. So again simplify this. X square plus 1 minus 2x minus 2i whole square. 2i whole square means 4i square. I square value minus 1. So minus into minus 4 plus 4 into x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Now again multiply. It becomes x square minus 2x, here 4 plus 1, 5 into x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Now again multiply. X square into x square, x power 4, x square into 6x, 6x cube plus 8x square. Next minus 2x cube plus 12x square minus 6x minus 16x. Next plus 5 into x square, 5x square minus 30x, 40 equal to 0. Understood all of you? Now simplify and write it order. cube minus 2x cube. Minus 8x cube. 8x square plus 12x square. 20 plus 5. 25x square. Next x terms. Minus 16x minus 30x. Minus 46x. Next remaining constant. What is that? 40. So this is the required biquadratic equation.